Mic test. Hello everybody, hello. Oh, hang on. I think my music is a bit too high. Hold on one second. Alright, how's now? But yeah, mic test. Hello everybody, hello. Give me 1 second. Let me tag people on so I can notify people that I am streaming. So 1 second. So yeah, YuYuBunny, hold on. IS live stream. Okay, hold on, wait. Stream updates and IS stream updates. There you go. Alright. So let me copy this one and then let me just tag this. Let's go. Yeah, hello everybody, hello. If anyone hear me, let me know if the audio is fine. Let me know if everything's fine. Just know that. All right. So if you're here watching the VOD, or if you're here in the future, everything I talked about will be timestamped in the comments and in the description. So yeah, if you're here in the future, if you're here watching this not live, again, everything I talked about will be in the timestamp in the description. Thank you for the email. Thank you so much. And also remember what was I gonna say? My brain is not working. But yeah. Yeah, so okay, so today we'll be talking about Virgil. I was supposed to be doing it last week, but last week I was busy. So yeah, we'll be talking about Virgil. And thank you all so much for the email. Thank you. But yeah, so Virgil and of course Rhea as well, and of course some news too. Let me watch my own stream to make sure my stream is fine. So give me 1 second, right? Alright, okay, so seems like the stream is fine. Alright, let's get started. Alright, hold on. I probably should show myself first, right? Okay, so let's start with unseen news, because I think that's the one that can get you excited about the most. So starting for the news, of course we got the next mecha, the next mecha for NC, which is not out yet. Leviathan, which is, oh my god, like, interesting. Leviathan, and of course we got Hongwu Pilot Awaken, which is leaked a little bit earlier because they forgot to put something on. But yeah, so we got Leviathan coming next in Asuka NC and in JP, and then we also have Hongwu Pilot Awaken, which can be interesting or can be not, because Hongwu is the best Linda support in PvE. So how would this go if now Hongwu is awakened? We will see. Yeah. Also hold on. Let me also make sure. Yeah, I don't know why my mouse is not moving. Oh, there you go. Linda Pesco. Yeah, really. Yeah, really. We'll see though. Yeah, we will see. Yeah. Alright, so that's the next one, and of course we got the usual event for the Chinese New Year. So very interesting. Alright, and then next we have, this isn't really news anymore, but for the latest NC Mecha is Kwai Long, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I believe it's called Kwai Long. It's Kui, which is like Kui, I guess, in English, but it's Kwai Long, I think that's how I said, but I don't know, because this Chinese word, I don't even know how you pronounce this Chinese word, so very interesting. Yeah, that's about it. Obviously we got the the Mazinger Zero, the Great Mazinger and stuff like that. And other than that, not much has happened. there are the new model kit that's coming out, I believe. But aside from that, and of course the awesome skin, as usual, which is pretty awesome. So, alright. So and alright, is there anything else? Yeah, is there anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, surprisingly less news lately. Yeah, for the thing. But anyway, alright. So that's the news for NC. Oh, and of course Merlin, Merlin Trophy, which is kind of underwhelming, I think, but except for that should be fine. Right. So now for the EN news, right? For the EN news, hold on, let me. I have to. Yeah. For the EN news, we got. There you go. So EN news, we got Bahamut coming soon. Bahamut is pretty good in both PvP and PvE. But however, it is a bit expensive to get, because you do need 8-star in order for it to be good in both PvP and PvE. So it's something that I might not recommend compared to things like compared to what might come next, which is Qitian, which is the Wukong mecha, or what's it called, um or you can say for GGGG. But the thing is, Bahamut's still seeing use even till now in NCNJP. So maybe it is a better investment than Qitian. So we will see. For Ian especially, I'll definitely be making a stream guide, because again, it is not a unit that I would recommend for new players, because just because how much it costs. 8-star is quite a high order. That's why I'll probably do a stream guide. And of course, we got Rhea Awaken, which is pretty interesting. We got Rhea Awaken very, very early, because Rhea Awaken came after Byron Awaken, and came after Byron Awaken, came after Melulu Awaken, came after pretty much all the OP Awakens, and then now we're getting it now, which is kind of interesting, because it will affect the meta of Ian a lot, because Rhea is just that strong of a PvP pilot. So yeah, and yeah, of course we'll get into that when we do talk about Bahamut, is that you can only use copy to do the funnels, but yeah. Alright, so what's up? So what's next? Alright, so you know what? How many people are here? 9 people. Alright, you know what? Let's just start. So I'm actually gonna start with Rhea Awaken, because it is actually something. It is much quicker, and I just want to get through that right away. Especially I wouldn't be talking about the older skill anymore, unless it's something noteworthy, because again, you're not going to be using the older skill at all, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, newer skill are usually just better. So yeah. Oh my god. Alright. Anyway, so let's start with Rhea Awaken. So Rhea Awaken, first skill, Rhea develop a mobilization speech, grants all ally final defense plus 18%, effectively only once per battle. Now, final defense again, very good in PvP, because again, final defense calculates after firm steel, right? So you just get 18% less damage. But into this meta, is only 18% matter? I mean, it is still good, but it doesn't matter. So this is a skill that I would skip out, because even if you skip out this one, I believe it's about 11% still, or about 10% still. So you're not missing out too much. I think. Like, I don't think that 7% is worth going over compared to the other skills. So. Alright, so now on to its first OP skill. Politics, I think, right? Recover 1.7% HP and shorten action and shortens action CD when the average HP of allies is lower than that of the enemies. Active evasion interval 1.7 seconds. Now that's broken. It ensures that as long you're losing, as long you're not in an advantage state, your team is gonna get a huge sustainability buff and a huge, because anything that can shorten action cooldowns are broken in PvP, because that's how you do everything in the game, right? A mecha needs action cooldown, or needs to use action for applying anything, to survive even, to do damage, to apply 60 effects, to do, everything. And anything that can, shorten that are broken, especially when the activation interval are less than 1 second. That's absolutely broken. I mean, you do need to be in a losing state, but that's where you need it the most. This is just like an overtuned, like an absolutely broken love, because you do get a good amount of heal as well, 1.7% per 0. Per, like it's faster than love too. So that's quite broken. Yeah. So quite broken. Honestly, in both PvP and PvE. Now, in PvE, if you need to use the skill to keep you alive, then something is wrong. But what's it called? It's still, like, if you want to use this in PvE, it can carry you throughout most of PvE stages. But like in high level, obviously your team shouldn't be needing this skill to stay alive. But in regular PvP, like, let's say if you're free to play, if you're free to play, you wouldn't get her Awaken anyway. But let's say if you're struggling in any PvE content, just put in Rhea, then you should be fine. Like you can use some mediocre units and can still do fine just because of the skill on, just because it provides so much sustainability when you're losing. And of course, the skill still works even after her death. So let's say if you're fighting against a very hard boss, because the boss HP are usually going to be higher than your entire team combined, then this skill can be really strong just to keep you afloat. Now, again, there will be some problems if you're losing, if you need this skill to stay alive, in high level PvE, but this an option, I guess. Yeah. And then now we have basically for pilot that I wouldn't say that because I should do some different things, especially for both PvP and PvE. So yeah, maybe for PvP, maybe I don't know. Yeah. All right. So for the third skill, also I might got the order mix up, but just just Rhea should be fine now. So the third skill, Armistice, I don't even know how to say that. 1 HP of an ally drops below 14%, excluding drones and summon units. Both of the engaging parties reach a ceasefire for 3.5 seconds, and heals 56% HP for allies. Only affect once per unit. Now, how does it get now? That's extremely broken. Now, it's like I couldn't tell you how strong it is because it shut down the entire strategy of bursting. Bursting doesn't matter anymore with this skill because you couldn't kill a unit very fast anymore. Because with some of the skills now, right? With some of the skills now, you can kill an enemy before they can trigger their revive, using units such as Matilda or some other units or some other skills. First of all, this wouldn't conflict with revive skill because it triggers when your units are hit below 14%. So it wouldn't be conflict with that, and it just basically, again, and it just is technically a revive. I mean, it's not a revive, but it's technically a. Honestly, it's technically a revive. It first ceasefire, which is a really good CC move because just making your opponents unable to do anything. That's already pretty strong. And also heals 56%. I will consider that. I will literally consider this a revive because it's just that powerful. This one skill, it just literally shuts down. I mean, probably would. Yeah, it shuts down if someone is using burst, Dream Guardian. The skill wouldn't work. Like Dream Guardian wouldn't work anymore just because of this skill, just because of how strong it is as just stopping the enemy from bursting you essentially. So it essentially allow all the battle to be not a stall battle per se, but just like it will make the battle end less quickly, I guess. Is what I'm saying. Like even now, Rhea Awaken is still pretty much 100% used in PvP in both servers. So just to show how strong it is. And now for the last one, plus 14% HP for all allies runs per 55 seconds. The ally with the lowest HP grants ability to produce a shield that can block 10 that can add 10 attack of any damage. Now that's pretty good. It's 5 seconds. It's fast enough. I mean, it will protect you for a little bit because most things can this shield will be gone pretty quickly. But it's just good to have. Just it just have a that was good. Just a good thing to have to protect your lowest HP units. So, and I believe this also lasts forever. So you can just you can just have it if you're not taking any damage. So that's also very good. And of course, plus 14 attack for all allies are also a good thing. And I would say this skill is slightly better than the 6% or the 7 to 8% damage that you will lose out if you are skipping skill 1. So yeah, Rhea is definitely a must-have for both PvP and PvE actually. Now in PvP you obviously need Rhea just to prevent your team from being bursted and just also to keep your and just to keep your team alive. You no longer need love. You no longer need any sustainable skill because you have Rhea. And in PvE, this is more for like free-to-play players or player who doesn't have any like player who struggles in PvE keeping their units alive. Then Rhea Awaken can keep your team alive pretty much 100% of the time, I guess. Well, probably not. Like depending on the unit you use. Like if you're using units from like 2 years ago, then probably not. But if you're using units on par for today, but you're built or you don't have the things to keep your units alive, then Rio can help you keep those units alive. So, hello Nagi, hello Dark, hello, welcome. Oh my god, there's only 5 people it seems. But yeah. So that should be it about Rhea Awaken. I guess I can go for a build. So now, for her builds, right? Now, her builds is not really that picky actually. Mainly because like Rhea Awaken, I mean she doesn't have anything for herself. Like everything she have is just buffing the teammates. However, what's it called? I don't know. People now usually use it on Qitian or use it on basically, I guess, units that can, just use it on units that does not rely on the pilot to stay alive. Like Qitian does not rely on the pilot to stay alive. We got enough iframe. We got enough, of the self defense. And let's say if your Qitian is dying a lot, which I actually suffer from that. You can obviously put it on a pilot, on a mecha that is more, I guess, tanky or more less prone to getting one-shotted, or that if the enemy targets him, then something bad will happen. Like for example, you can put it on Bahamut. Bahamut is a really good one to put on, because if the enemy look at Bahamut, then they'll get debuff. And Bahamut usually stay behind because it is still a long-range unit. So that's also really good for for Rhea to stay behind to not get one-shotted by the enemies. So, of course you can put it on, like if you're really struggling with keeping Rhea alive, then obviously you can go for something such as Messiah, but like I don't know, like I really don't think Rhea requires Messiah to stay alive, because the Messiah, because Rhea herself already can make your entire team like have really high survivability. So, but if you're struggling to keep it alive, then maybe Messiah is something that I can go for. I wouldn't recommend going for something that, again, that I guess that needs or that struggle to stay alive by itself. Like for example, you probably wouldn't want to put her on like Horus. You probably wouldn't want to put her on Dream Guardian just because I question their survivability against some today's meta. So yeah. What else? Honestly, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Or I guess go for EM. So what is EM meta right now? So I am using. So team I'm using right now is hold on. The team I'm using right now is something along this line. Able even. You can probably put on Able. Yeah, you can probably put on Able. Most people put on Lilith for now, because Lilith can actually, again, Lilith can help, could help to keep Rhea alive, because anyone targeting Lilith will get spin, so that should be pretty fine. Yeah, just again, units that can stay alive by herself, and combine with Rhea's super skill, then you can pretty much keep Rhea alive most of the time. I've seen some Messiah Rhea, but again, I don't know if that's really worth it, so yeah. In NC, it was usually Qitian or Bahamut. That was what was used most with Rhea. Other than that, yeah, I don't really see any other unit being used with Rhea. So yeah. So I think that should be it about Rhea, and the only thing, like I struggle, like there's nothing you can really do about Rhea. Like, there's no counterplay for Rhea because Rhea is on one hand, Rhea is good. It kind of keep the battle not be bursted. Like, it's less RNG because your team wouldn't die in one shot anymore, I guess. And if you're losing, you can become very, very powerful. I guess it rewards you for being at a disadvantage, but on the other hand, it is also very, very annoying to deal with. Like, it can, like, for example, Mazinger Zero are extremely hard to deal with in today's meta right now in NC. And one of the I would say one of the problem is because of Rhea that can keep healing and reducing the cooldown for Zero so much that it just it can keep Zero alive forever essentially. And again, because this skill can still be alive, are still active after her death. So just sad. Is there any recommend build for tanky Able? Something like this, something like this will work. Yeah, just either use the action spam pilot or you can put on edit and it should be fine. So yeah, Able. Yeah, just something like this. Yeah, that should be fine. Just if you want to, you can replace the if you want to, you can replace the pilot with Edith, and that's about it. Yeah, Edith. Divine Empress Awaken, or you can also use Rhea, like the new Rhea if you want to use her as well. You can go for that, but I wouldn't use Rhea on it because I don't know. I don't really trust Abel's survivability, considering Abel's already kind of iffy on the thing. So I'll probably just stick with Divine Empress or Edit. So alright, well, since we are back, let's start with Virgil. So hold on, yeah, Virgil build guide. Let's go. So Virgil, finally back to Virgil. So Virgil is Virgil, just imagine Dante, but you take the PvE ability and take 1/3 of that, and then you add it onto Virgil and turn all those abilities into PvP abilities, which is kind of disappointing because I much prefer Virgil to be, also be good in both PvP and PvE. But I mean, it is stronger. Like, it is better PvP wise. So I guess that should be pretty good for a lot of people. So alright, so starting from its first chassis, final damage receive minus 30%. This effect will double in golden mode upon performing an action of a mech action with more than 5-second cooldown. The unit stay in G mode for the same duration. Now that's so basically just same thing with Dante, and it's just really, really strong because again, G mode can protect you from most CC abilities in PvP. Obviously, it couldn't do much against things like what's it called? It couldn't do much against some, I guess, unconventional CC abilities such as Lilith Spin, because that Lilith Spin makes your unit perform an action. So and of course, it couldn't really prevent you from certain, I guess, certain other debuffs. So yeah. And of course, the G mode for both Virgil and Dante are not true G mode because it kind of just flash between them. Like, it go into G mode and go out of G mode, so it's not full G mode. You can still get force grab, but it is still leagues more G modes than any other units out there, so it can potentially help you from blocking a lot of force grab in the game, which is how you do damage most of the time in PvP. So today at least, so pretty strong. Hello, 欢迎。And now, second chassis. In golden mode, each damage deal will gain a layer, which is same with Virgil, same with Dante. Now, but except instead of buffing the final damage value, now once once every 0.1 second upon melee attack hitting target grants a chance that will be, you know, every layer is 1% to summon a clone. Well, it's not really a clone, it's more of an attack. Like, don't be fooled by the wordings. It's just like a little extra attack out there to attack the enemy again, essentially. And it can be stacked up to 70 stacks, so basically 70% damage if you're at max layers. And of course, upon exiting G mode, it will use 15 layers per second to, you know, keep herself in G mode. Pretty much the same with Dante. And upon unleashing basically his X ult, it will like, instead of summoning clones, it will just do extra attack, you know, for every layer. So yeah, or for every 7 layers, it will attack one more time. So if you're at max layer, then every attack, you know, every hits of the XO would do an additional what's it called? Wait, no. Oh no, you'll just do 10 more hits, you know, using the last when you use the last XO on enemies. So yeah, I'll get into it. Yeah, I'll get into it. That's not wise. Yeah, it's just Virgil is not good in PvE. Yeah, Virgil is not going to be, which I'll get into that. I'll get into that why now. So, why is Virgil worse than Dante in PvE? Actually, you know, why is Virgil useless in PvE? Now, Virgil is useless in PvE is because it's just a plain board. It doesn't have any buff. Like, do you see final damage dealt anywhere? Yeah, it doesn't exist. So it's kind of like, see, Dante has up to 70%, I think, or some 60%, some extreme percent of final damage dealt. Final damage dealt percentage-wise in PvE. That means your huge amount, like, you hit a boss for 10k damage, it will be like, you know, 10 and, you know, it'll be 16k damage, right? But for Virgil, first of all, you're not gonna be. Virgil will probably, like, without those buffs, Virgil can. Let's say Virgil do 10,000 damage to enemies. That will be that. That will be all you're gonna be doing. It's not gonna be doing some other extra double damage, triple damage. No. Virgil has nothing. It's a plain board. It's just a plain board. It's like, how do you say? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe they don't have PvE in mind when they're designing these units. But yeah, it's kind of sad. Like, extra hits does nothing in PvP. The extra clone hits maybe can do some more CC abilities, but it does nothing. Like, it really does nothing else in PvP. In PvE, or it's only good in PvE. I mean, of course, extra hits are much better than final damage value in PvP. But in PvP, however, the difference is, extra hits are only good in PvP, while final damage value are good in both PvP and in PvE. So I don't know why they made Virgil like this, where, like, this. And another thing is that, right? And Virgil is not like a lot stronger than Dante in PvP. It's like, if you don't have Virgil, it's totally fine. You can replace it with Dante. You don't need Virgil to to do well in PvP. But in PvE, you need Dante to do well in PvE, and you don't need Dante. So you don't really need Dante in any of the modes, I guess. So, however, I'd have to say though, multi hits, like, maybe they're trying to experiment with multi hits, and I would say that good thing they didn't just give it another, like, a plain old final damage dealt increase, because to be fair, it is more creative. Yeah, how they design Virgil is more creative, even if it is, you know, less well in some other aspect. Because, you know, Virgil is gonna get outdated sooner or later because of the chassis. Dante is not. Dante will get outdated, but it will last much longer than Virgil because of the PvE abilities. But I didn't say though, multi hits are usually better in PvE, in PvP, because multi hits can apply, can potentially apply you extra CC abilities, extra heals, basically anything that will trigger for more hits. Virgil can potentially trigger more of that because Virgil can give you extra hits, compared to Dante where you just kind of get more damage, which is like you wouldn't have even more hits compared to compared to Virgil. And for Virgil, I guess extra hit also usually do much more damage than the damage increase. Like for example, if you're gonna do because a clone I believe does about 400 damage. And obviously you'll be capped by firm steel, but 400 damage is no extra hit. You will still hit the cap of firm steel. Where let's say Virgil does two damage, that does 200 damage. So it will do 600 damage per hit if it triggered the clones, right? And for Dante, it will hit for 300 and it will add the 60% damage. So probably it will be I don't know, 500 attacks. So it will still be lower than Virgil per hits in PvP. But it's not that much lower though, right? It's not that much lower. It's more, but I would say the only silver lining is that Virgil does slightly extra damage and it can apply more survivability and it can apply more debuff and on hit effects compared to Dante. So I don't know why I'm ranting about this. I just really wish Virgil can also be good in PvE. Can also be good in PvE, but I guess for some reason the dev just wants Virgil to not be good in PvP for some reason, or in PvE for some reason. So because again, they should know by now. PvP units are gonna outdate eventually, right? Even Lilith hasn't been used 100% now, I guess. So yeah. Alright, so enough on his chassis. Let's get on to its weaponry. Yeah, 2 Virgil, 2 Lilith. Okay, I really wouldn't recommend that unless you are doing 7 stars. But yeah, don't. I highly. I mean, unless you're well, then go for it, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, I really wouldn't recommend getting more than a 8-star Virgil, because Virgil is just it's really cool. I would say that it's creative. It's very cool. I mean, well, creative. It's in terms of attack. It's not creative because it just copied Virgil from Devil May Cry. So, but it is creative on its attack and its chassis. So, yeah. Now, as for its weaponry, first 2 is fist weapon. This open up its ability to use fist, and for it to use claws. Now you wouldn't use fist because again, Virgil is not good in PvE. It cannot be used in PvE essentially. So you'll usually be using claw with this, which is also really good because claw are usually better than absorption shell on healing. So, and then we got the sword, and then we got the shotgun melee, and we got the special melee. Now, I believe the upgrade for the one of the weapons upgrade I believe the spinning sword one, yeah. This one, I believe this one is the second the weapon after the upgrade after what's called, yeah, the upgrade after 7-star or after 5-star basically. So it's a second upgrade, and most people will skip this one because it's a bit underwhelming. I would say yeah, skip this one. However, it is not as bad as people would think because again, it is extra hits. Look, and Virgil, because of Virgil's chassis, extra hits are important. So if any sort of extra hits are strong, like for example, you see that, right? Virgil was using, actually no, I don't think that one's clone, but any extra hits, for Virgil are good just because of chassis. And plus, if you look closely, it does have a suction effect. So yeah, it does have a suction, you see the little I guess visual discrepancy, right? It does have a slight CC effect around them that can kind of gravitate the enemy towards you, which is also very, very good. So yeah, just to showcase, just to showcase this one, because again, for those who is considering if they want to get 7-star Virgil or 5-star Virgil, A-star can be considered because it is extra hits and it does have some CC abilities. Now, if you're free to play and if you're saving for, Bahamut, Qitian, Virgil, or for the collabs, then yeah, I would just say skip. Just skip this weapon. It's good, but it's not like you need it. I guess. Yeah, it's not like you don't need it. It's good. It's just you don't need it. So yeah. See, at this point, between Virgil's 8-star or BUS 7-star, then obviously BUS 7-star. You like if you can get BUS 7-star, you really should like. This weapon is not it's not better than a usable unit, I guess. Yeah. So yeah. But just a heads up, or just in case if people say that, oh, this weapon sucks. This weapon does not suck. I mean, it does suck compared to everything else, but it is still like if you want your Virgil to be optimal, to be played optimally, right? Then this skill are pretty good. So also I'll be answering a lot of the questions after I talk about I'll be answering the question after I talk about or after I finish talking about how Virgil works, and after I answer the question, then I'll get into this question. Then I'll get into the builds. So. Alright, and now for its unique abilities. Now, its unique abilities, all of them, I had to say, I mean, first of all, most of them are copied from Devil May Cry, but they are still very cool indeed. And they are, and what's called, I was compared to Dante, it does have a lot more force grab, and also, everything aside from the default combo are pretty much infinite range. Like this is infinite range, so like your Messiah can be outside of the map, right? You're not gonna escape that. The Messiah outside of the map are not gonna escape that. And pretty much most of his other weapons is infinite range, not as in like the hitbox is infinite, but its trigger are infinite. So you don't need to worry about Dante. You don't need to worry about Virgil doing nothing because it doesn't matter where the enemy is. Virgil can hit it. Yeah, Virgil can trigger every single one of its action except for the Piss combo because every trigger range are infinite. So that's very strong. And of course, most of his skill are also force grabs and stuff like that. And other than that, there's nothing else too special. It does have a good amount of it does have a good amount of extra hits, which is always good because it's tries to rely on extra hits. And what else? And yeah, but aside from that, it's just your usual like a better than average PvP skill set, which you would need this Dante Virgil will definitely need that. It cannot like with the chances like that, it cannot have a mediocre action set. However, I do have to talk about its stat skill though. As you can see, its stat skill again infinite range, does high damage, and pretty much also good CC too if the enemies, because I believe it's force knockdown on pretty much most things. So I gotta say though, in JP Wiki it says that it does true damage. Now I'm not doubting that, but the thing is, right, for those who think, oh, it's true damage, so it must go over first year, right? It does not. See, there are different between true damages. True damages can be affected by firm steel, which is the funniest thing ever. But what's it called? But firm steel are, or like, I will call it a fake true damage. Its true damage is not affected by things such as, final defense, final attack, and final thing like, because it is true damage. It's not affected by those things. But it is for some reason get capped by firm steel, which it will be understandable because it does about 700 damage. If you don't have firm steel, then that 700 damage, it's gonna one shot every single map on the field. So it makes sense that it'll be capped by firm steel, but it is also very misleading because most people would think that, oh, if it is true damage, then it should go over firm steel, but it does not. So just heads up. But it will still do high damage in PvP just because of the extra, just because of the multi hits, and of course, the even more multi hits from the chassis. So, and I gotta say though, another thing about this, another nail in the coffin for Virgil in PvE is that this skill time stops. So any unit that can time stop are a no-go in PvE because time stop does not stop the timer. So you're losing like essentially every few seconds. You're losing out on huge damage potentials in in PvE because again it time stops. You do not use time stop. You're literally inting if you're using if you're using this skill in PvE. So again, PvE Virgil will literally Virgil will literally make you do less damage because it can time stop. Is how bad it is in PvE. Like you can put on a whiteboard that does that doesn't have the thing it does. You can probably make your team do more damage because your other team are doing the work, are doing more damage, you know, to the enemy without without a time stop. So, but also because it can time stop, it is not bad in PvP because time stop it is a 4 CC. I mean obviously time stop doesn't prevent the enemy from being from being in iframe and stuff like that, but it is still a really good CC abilities to have for from skill, especially when this skill cover in the entire stage. So again, your Messiah can be 100 meters away from the battlefield, it will still get hit, even though this skill probably wouldn't kill Messiah in one go if the enemy built the Messiah good. So actually, so I think that should be all for its actions. Now let me answer some questions before I get into the builds. So any information about Essence Equipment collab for EN? Not yet. We don't know about it yet because I believe the copyright is just too much. I guess. Yeah. I'll give money if they could do tutor martial Grey Boss. Money if they're using tutor. Okay, tutor. The thing is, tutor Trophy Marshal can be good, right? But you're not gonna get a pilot for that, yeah. So no. Yeah. You're gonna. Hello, Pride. Welcome. I'm saying. Lost. So you final damage isn't great, by the way. How good is the Mega PvP? Quite long. We will see. We don't know about that yet. Yeah, we don't know about that yet. It's definitely good in PvE, but in PvP, I don't know. Yeah, we don't know about it yet. We're gonna wait for a week to see how well it performs. And of course, yeah, BU 7-star and stuff. Very, very flashy, but Himiko is still better. Now, Himiko is better in PvE, better in PvE. In PvP, Virgil is better just because the nature of how Virgil works, I guess. So, when it's PvE, when we can use it, yeah, true. But the thing is, though, sometimes you don't know when there might have a boss that require PvE content, or for Damage Odyssey and stuff like that. So sometimes you do want to have, a good PvE mecha as well. Alright, so now let's get into the builds. So the builds for Virgil are pretty simple, are pretty straightforward, honestly. This is just a template for any mecha, Now I will get into the free-to-play one. Yeah, I'll get into the different pilots, but for now, I will go with what you want to use if you are a top player. If you're a max level, if you're a player around, say, top 500, this is what you go for, and pretty much nothing else. Maybe in some slice situation that you might want to change, but other than that, you likely would stick to this one for the most part. So, for core, you'll want to use the purple joint, because purple joint is basically a better, is basically a hydraulic, but you can actually do more damage in PvP. So you really wouldn't want to use anything else. And if you don't have purple joint, then just use hydraulics. Hydraulic is the what is the white part here, so even free-to-play can use it, and don't use everything else, because again, Virgil's strength are from its multi-hits, are from Spring's actions, so do not use any other parts that can hinder it. Like for example, again, Marching Core is not gonna help because Marching Core are only good for the initial bursts, and as you know, because we have Rhea now, initial burst doesn't matter anymore because you're not gonna be bursted because enemy have Rhea. So, and then now for the fist or for the bullet parts. Now for bullet, obviously just a claw, because claw are just a better absorption shield if the enemy have a fist attack. So just claw, and of course it also does increase grab range, even though every Virgil's mecha activation range are infinite, so I don't think this banner that much, but just for the sustainability are pretty good. And of course, if you don't have claw, you can obviously go for Ascension Shell. And if you're free to play or new player, you can obviously go for like the green one. The green one that can also heal the unit, because Virgil is does do normal type damage. And now for the support parts, because you are not really gonna use any other pilot that isn't either Matilda or Byron Awaken. So because none of them can use stillness, you would really want to use Chassis Stabilizer. Now, if you're using a pilot that can use the co-pilot skill stillness, then obviously you can use things like emergency detach on. However, the reason why I use Chassis that I would recommend Chassis the most is because you're not gonna be using Virgil without Matilda. You're not gonna be using Virgil without Matilda. You're not gonna be using Virgil without Byron Awaken. You can, obviously, you can, but it's not going to be optimal. The optimal play is going to be Matilda and Byron, and maybe Vesper, but the thing is, Vesper are on Dante, if you have Dante, because Vesper and Dante works much better versus, so basically, your Vesper should, if you have Dante, which you should, because, Dante are good for both PvP and PvE, probably not now, because, Bahamut's coming soon, but if you're using optimally, then your Virgil are your Vesper are on Dante and your Matilda are on Virgil. So yeah, and that's why you want to. And I believe that Vesper don't even have special, right? Let me see 1 second. Vesper. What's Vesper? I haven't awakened Vesper yet because I don't think is that necessary. Vesper are really standalone. Like, it's not really compatible with a lot of other mecha, I guess you say. So hydraulic, yeah. If you are free to play, hydraulic times 4 are probably your best option. So yeah, hydraulic times 4 are not a bad option. Like, in fact, back then the meta is hydraulic times 4. So yeah, hydraulic times 4. Yeah, go for it, definitely. I would recommend it if you don't have 4 purple parts. So okay, well, I couldn't find Vesper anywhere because I probably have a skin on, but just know that, yeah, Chassis Stabilizer, just because of the pilots, then you will want just because of the pilots, you will want to use Chassis Stabilizer. But I will use Mecha as an example for the free to play build. So, and for the armor, obviously just firm steel are pretty much needed. You're not gonna use any other ones. So firm steel, yeah, no question asked. And let's say if you don't have Pisces and you're using things like GA29, or if you have or if you're using pilots with defending co-pilot skill, or already have a firm steel skill, then you can obviously just go for something like a fork. And fork is being this one is the white part. And if you're free to play, fork are probably are also the best option, or just some other parts for plusing damage. But for both free to play and for top players, get firm steel on this guy. There isn't really an excuse for not using it. And now for the coatings are just the good old tilted armor. Tilted armor are just more sustainable than liquid armor. Because the thing is, again, liquid armor I don't think is that useful anymore, especially with Rhea. Rhea can prevent your units from being bursted. Rhea can help you out when your team are in a disadvantage. Thus, I don't think liquid armor are that useful anymore, or at least compared to back then. So that's why I will use tilted armor, just so tilted armor can provide that extra damage negation, which is pretty strong. So yeah, and of course, if your team if you have somehow going a full immune team, you probably go for some anti-immune or immune coatings, but usually you just want to go for tilted armor. So yeah. One best bit on that, there's just more synergy. I believe, like, you can make Dante go without iframe if you're using Vesper on it. So yeah. Alright, and now for the pets. Now for the pets, the best one obviously is gonna be Pisces, because Pisces are just the end all be all best PvP pet, and you should really, and I know that not everybody have Pisces, because Pisces is from Saga Badge and there isn't really other places you can get it. So yeah. So but the thing is, if you want the best of the best, this is the best. Pisces. And of course, let's say if you have Pisces, but your Pisces are on some other ones, which is understandable. You can obviously go for something else. And for the something else, you could go for the recommended one, but I really wouldn't recommend this one because I don't know. I never really had a. I don't see this one being as good. I mean, I think it would be better than it was on Dante because Virgil had more hits and it benefited more from more hits anyway. But I mean, it is something you can use. But if not, you can obviously go for some free-to-play ones, such as like, or free-to-play one means like you redeemed it, such as things like GMO1, and as I said before, if you're using GM1, you can switch your armor to something else. And of course, you can use something like GA29, and if you're using something like GA29, you can obviously change to emergency detach because GA29 already make you immune to knockdowns. And you can obviously go for something just more, I guess, whatever, if you just don't have anything, like YuYuBunny if you want, just something reduce action cooldown. You can use the free-to-play Mantis if you want. You can also just put on the good old Panda if you want. Just just anything that can reduce action cooldown, or just anything that can boost its survivability should be fine. So or anything that can help it be less affected by some CC abilities. So yeah. But for now, I'll put on Pisces because Pisces are the best overall. So yeah. Okay, one of them. Third. We cannot. Okay, but if you want to, for the free ones though, I believe, well, not free because you redeem them, right? GA01 and GA29, you can redeem both at the Super LAZ redeem shop. So yeah. And then now for the co-player skill, again, co-player skill really depends on your teammates. And I'm just gonna put on the best one you can have right now. Best one you can have right now is Lolo. Lolo is the best one you can have now, just because Lolo can is just it that give a 30% boost on all of your on all the action cooldowns. So anything that can boost action cooldown are pretty good, especially if you can start actioning before the enemy does, you can get it. You can get a momentum of the battle. So yeah, so Lolo I would say the best. But honestly, any other support skill can work. Like you can put on love, you can put on like once this pilot come on, you can put on this one, you can put on some other pilot on. And if you want to be more offensive, you can obviously put on something like Hongwoo's co-pilot skill, like this one if you want to. But obviously in a team setting, in the top PvP setting, I will usually go for something that can benefit the team, such as the support skill like this one. So and of course, it really depends on the pilot, and depending on the pilot, if your build has something that you didn't cover, then obviously you will need to use co-pilot skill to cover that for you. Let's see if you're using some other pilots. So alright, so that should be the top PvP build. Let's go into the more free-to-play one. So for the more free-to-play one, you can obviously go for this one, and then you're gonna put on emergency detach, and you can put on something like stillness. Now, I mean, we still have Pisces, so it's not exactly free-to-play, but this is example to use your co-pilot skill to cover what your pilots haven't covered. Like for example, your Becca's already cover CC abilities, already cover a revive, so you don't really need any of that, and you can just use your co-pilot skill to cover that your units that will still be knocked down. So you can cover that with it, and your unit will be knocked down, and you are freeing up your support slot for emergency detach for even more protection against bursts. And then, of course, you cannot use this one, and you can just go for something like, I don't know, GA29. If you're free to play, then your quarter you can go for anything. You can go for a support like you did on Matilda. You can go for something defense to buff the defense even more. You can go for something, give the enemy more CCs. Give you more, just give you more things, I guess. The possibilities here are endless depending on the situation, but usually the build I showcase like way before are the build for the top PvP at the moment. You will probably need to change something depending on what you're facing against, but usually that's what you want to go for. So yeah. Alright, so that should be the build for Virgil. Let me see. I'm put on the best one that I can think of. for now, just so people doesn't get confused. So yeah. Mecha games. What's the best pet for Pet Sphere? I will check that out real quick. Yeah, 1 second. And then also after this one, I will be actually after this one I will be what's it called? I'll be using Zero and using Grandma Singer to do some PvP battles. Feel free to ask me any questions at that time, and then I will answer them as I fight, in a PvP, and I will end the stream after I use all my PvP tries. So, and I'll put on Lolo. So again, this is the build I would recommend most for if you're a top player, then this is the build I would recommend the most. I will not show a PvE build because again, Virgil are not good in PvE because it does no damage to the boss. Now, if you want to use it in regular PvE, like pushing the stages, like if you're a new player, you're using Virgil to put through stages, that's totally fine, yeah. And the builds will be something like this, or not. You don't need to have these. Honestly, just have Firm Steel on, then your Virgil can probably carry you through most mecha, most stages in the game, regardless how your build are. So yeah. Alright. I'll be answering all those questions, but 1 second. I will talk about one last thing. Actually, hold on, yeah. Two other things. So, in order to counter Virgil, you don't really need any counter because Virgil is not really a threat. I would say like it wouldn't be more of a threat than Dante. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a slightly more of a threat than Dante, but it'll be the same with how you will fight Dante, which you don't really need to build specifically against that. Maybe just put on some fork, I guess. But Virgil will eventually be phased out with time, sadly. Yeah. So, another thing I want to talk about is that some from Matilda, some people also use it with Baron Awaken, and mainly because Baron Awaken's skill can also trigger with Claw, making it pretty good as synergy. Alright, so and now let's get into the last thing I want to tell about Virgil is that for Virgil, for the test for the boss. Not oh wait, no, not this one. For the boss, I'll just say use my team. It's just easiest because the boss is not. It's surprisingly difficult, I would say. Like I was number 1 in the ranking for a long time. Oh, Snake actually beat me as well. Yeah, Snake actually beat me as well. But I was number 1 for like half of them because the boss was surprisingly hard to take down. I'm using my team, and I think I just got lucky that I can get that. But I actually do about 35% most of the time, and I would say 8,000 people was using it. So yeah, you don't need to copy this build. Just use my team. It should be able to kill it in 3 tries. So yeah, that should be. I mean, most people here are probably already done it, but just surprisingly, those people who have Marshall surprisingly couldn't do as much damage, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah. Go put a name. For what? For the PvE builds. Hold on. PvEs. Lolo is in Ian right now. Is her. Yeah, it's her. All right. So now let me answer some questions, and while I answer the question, let me do some PvP as well. So I think this is my team. So alright, so I'm just gonna go PvP. Alright, so I think I already answered why Vesper are better on Dante. Now, what pet? Oh, okay, no. Alright, let me just go into a PvE matches, a PvP match before I start answering questions. So. I have this teammate just called Booty. Alright. We got Tian Chen, Virgil, Dante. Yeah. I put the Devil Sword pet. For what? For only got 4 pet. Okay, yeah. Okay. Looks like okay, yeah, that's fine. Got a pixel, I don't know which one is better. Okay. What did you got? Did you got like you didn't get the badge, right? If you got the badge, get Pisces. Yeah, if you got the badge, either get Pisces or or get Scorpion. Like if you had the white one. If you have the ball, right? If you have the red ball, then either go for Benson. Yeah, Benson. Yeah, Benson. Mantis. And I would say that's it. Or let's get those first, right? Get those first before you get anything else. So, oh, they're using Quilon. They are. Virgil is discounted. No. Okay, see, Virgil is not a discount Dante. Dante just lucky they got a better chassis or PvE, I guess. It's not better than is slightly worse. Like Virgil is slightly stronger than Dante in PvP, and it's just sadly just how the chassis work makes it not good in PvE. Oh, just yeah, make it not good in PvE. So yeah, sadly. Oh well. At least. See, the thing is, right? Virgil attack is cool and alright. Virgil attack is cool. It got good skill and chess is a bit more creative than Dante's, but they just had to copy it from Devil May Cry. So you know, how creative is that, right? So you can see down to the details that it is a thing. So yeah. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? Also, please consider leaving a like and stuff. It really helped me out. I haven't been sick the last few days. I wanted to stream yesterday, but I was just dead. I couldn't stream, so today. At first, I was gonna should I stream today? I wasn't feeling too well. I'm just like, you know what? I just want to get it over with. So I just please consider giving a like. Please consider sharing this video. It will help me out a ton. So yeah. I mean, yeah. See, look. This is what happens when you have Rhea and Mazinger Zeros, right? Mazinger Zero and Great Mazingers. Battle lasts the entire 2 minutes. That's why it's gonna take probably like, if I were to play this entire thing, right? If I don't quit out, it would take more than 30 minutes to finish up my tries, just because sometimes Unity just does not die. So. Probably, like, maybe, yeah. But you can see how creative both player team is. It's almost the exact same one, huh? Welcome to the future of Einstein. You know what? I might not use up the whole tries now, just because how what's it called? How long it might take. Look at how everything goes on the screen. I can't even understand. I'm losing a lot though. Something is wrong. I wonder why. Yeah, but I don't really wanna. I don't have time to change up builds right now. You know, let me see what happens. So, my Rhea is dying, or I mean, Rhea doesn't need to do damage, but I guess. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We need some damage dealers. Look at the build difference, guys. Look how different the build is. It's almost the same. Gosh, man. Sometimes the game is funny, man. Oh well. I should probably get another Pisces. Yeah, I probably should. You need Taser Street Arena. Yeah, true. Come on. And you know, actually, you know what? If after like 2 minutes, if there's no questions, I will just call it a day, because I don't want to sit here for 12. Again, man, future PvP, at least, I mean, unless without Quilon, is gonna take a long time to finish a match. You can be winning, right? It's gonna be 3-0, and it's just gonna take you a long time to finish the game. So, alright, let's fight this guy. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do anything well. about this guy. Oh my god, just immediately threw out. Oh, it's their side. Okay. Enjoy like the 3-second animation, guys. Wasting more of your time. Ah, man, PvP. Also, if you're here in the future, just know if you want to ask me any questions, feel free to leave the comment down below. Or if you just thought about a question and you couldn't ask on stream, just leave it down below in the comments or tag me in our Discord. All the links are in the description. So, of course, I've been also uploading on some other platforms, so please consider to follow on those if you guys want to. So yeah. Usually YouTube will be first, but I'll be posting sometime edited version on the other platform as well. So you can use your Dante Vesper build. Honestly, Dante Vesper build would just be the build that I showcased in my Dante guide, but I guess I mean, it's gonna be very straightforward. Like, it will be so straightforward that you will just, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, just to show you how stealth like the builds in PvP now. So let's get into here, right? Now imagine I'm using Vesper Awaken, right? I'll just put on Vesper on just to see what co-pilot she have. Where's Vesper? I need to find her. Vesper. I swear to God, the skin. Oh, they go Vesper. I have. Oh, Vesper does have a thing. Okay. Alright, you know what? Yeah, if that's the case, then putting on stillness. Putting on stillness, then putting on. Oh my God, the skill canisters. Done. Again, done. Did it show you guys how easy it is to build like Eureka Mecha? And I guess also how interchangeable it is between Virgil and Dante. Literally, just look. If you're not using Vesper, then you'll be the same build as Dante. I mean, it'll be the same build as Virgil. So yeah, here you go. Here you go. Yeah. I was laying down, so that's why. Alright. I hope that's enough. Again, if you miss anything or if you want to ask anything, just feel free to go to the thing. And if you're here later, just know we're talking about it. Alright, can we at least win one match today? One match in PvP today. I'm not okay. My build are far from the optimal one right now because I believe people doesn't use like Koji on 0 instead they use Katsuya on 0 or on 0 for some reason. So, but yeah, let's see. Let's hope we can at least win one. Let's hope. Yeah. Thank you. God, I'm tired. Also, I'll try to make a new video on my second channel soon. Second channel links is in the description and also in the pinned comments. So please consider giving it a subscribe. It'll help me out a ton as well. So yeah. Alright, you know what? I'm calling it quits after I win one match today, right? So come on, game. Stop staying at 0-0. Oh. 101. I don't know what's going on. Oh well. Oh right, my bad, I forgot. Yeah, my mind was not doing well. Huh? What the hell happened? 2-0 immediately. Did they have a wrong team on or something? That doesn't usually happen in the first 30 minutes anymore. Oh well. What crap. Alright. Gosh. Okay. See, this is PvP, right? See, 3-0, right? You know you won, right? Yeah, you know you won, right? This is the problem in PvP right now. You know you won the game. You know you have a better team, but the Zero will hold you hostage for the entire duration of, I don't know, 2 minutes or something, just because it refused to die. It combined with the Rhea skill literally makes it just invincible to anything and everything. So, yeah, that's why you have a yeah. Again, PvP. Actually, Mazinger Zero in a nutshell is this unkillable. We have 4 units walling on him. We have 4 units hitting on him at the same time. It just wouldn't die. So yeah. Alright, you know, yeah. After this one, I'm probably calling it a day. I'm too tired. I don't want to be like half asleep while doing it. So yeah, and I still need to do the timestamp as well. So I don't want to keep the stream for too long. And again, see, it's there's still 1 minute to go, and you still couldn't see how long Zero's gonna die. And Zero haven't been put on a dent, just to show you guys how crazy, you know, how crazy Zero is. So for those who's staying for Zero, you know, here's the sneak peek on how Zero is gonna be like in PvP. So, yeah. Huh. Hey, shit. 25 more seconds, boys. Jin J, welcome. We're just about to end the stream because I was too tired. If you miss anything, like if you want to watch a Virgil one, if you want to watch a Rhea one, just know, I'll be making a timestamp very soon. But you could just, you know, rewind for a little bit, and you should be good. Yeah. Alright, finally, there you go. Alright, let's see the demo. Oh my god! What is this this indiscrepancy? That's crazy. 20k damage. I'm tired. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I probably need it. Yeah, definitely just do soon. Yeah, I cannot. Well, never mind. Sleep stream. I might do a sleep stream on my second channel. So if anyone are interested, you know, just join and stuff. Alright, yeah, yeah, I can't. I don't want to actually fall asleep on stream. So yeah, I'm putting my thing. If I miss anything, I will just yeah. If I miss anything, I will put it in the timestamp below, or I'll put it in the comments and in the description. For now, yeah, I need to call it a day before I just pass out. God, I haven't slept for a while. But good thing I got this out of the way, and you know, guys, please consider sharing and subscribing. It will really help a ton. So yeah, or liking, sharing, and subscribing. I think for live stream, liking might be the biggest one. I don't know. Yeah. Gosh. I'm putting on Virgil's best build I can think of at the moment, and now call it a day. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here, and see you guys next time. Good night. Or it's not good night here, but like good, like okay, if you wanna rewatch this stream, timestamp will be ready in about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. So just come back to this stream and use the timestamp. I'll be timestamping them pretty well. So, bye.